Well, 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 you stumbled upon our vault. We have some classic episodes here, although we did rename ourselves Two Al's, One Pod. Enjoy. Do not forget to rate and review us. Thanks for your support.
I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast, Volume 195. We're 5 away from the big one, Alfredo. 200. We're gonna fucking go wild on that one. Big plans in the works. Not really. Anyway,
It's going to be live.
Al
We're going to have it
Romas.
live. We're going to do a live stream on 200.
A live stream on 200. I like it. I like it. Put all that together. I like it. Tell me when I got to be there. And hey, look at us both. We got mugs that no labels, no two dicks, no. We're just plain old mugging. Oh, there you go. Alfred's got one on the hand. I didn't bring one. I've got. Anyway, I'm on the Oasis of the Seas, everybody. One more time. The original, they're calling this the OG now because this is the original Game Changer. First comedy club with, first ship with a comedy club, Boardwalk, Central Park, etc. And that's Al Ducharme. He is home. He's in Studio City. He's the Hall of Famer. That's how we're going to refer to him now. I'm here with the Hall of Famer. Al Ducharme, Rhode Island's own, the pride of Rhode Island, the pride of the Ocean State. It is the Ocean State, right?
It is the Ocean State. It's like 82% of the state of Rhode Island, I might be off on that, is surrounded by water, ocean. Providence River, which is a salt water, ocean water coming in, but it also meets fresh water at the what would you call that? The very tip of a river meeting the ocean. What do you call that?
I don't know. I'm sorry I asked. Seriously, I was getting off to a horrible
if you know
start
the answer,
here.
If you know the
Let's
answer,
go.
make a comment below.
Yeah.
A delta?
Yeah.
Is it a delta?
Delta House? I don't know. What was Delta House called? I don't know. There's a lot of Delta Blues,
Delta
Burke.
Airlines.
There's a lot of shit. You know what I mean? They're all big. Delta Burke, Delta Airlines, Delta House. They're all big things. These are big things. Let's dip into your Hall of Fame weekend. You're up in Rhode Island. You've been performing for 3 weeks up there in the Northeast, New England area, and you had the big ceremony. I saw the picture. I saw the caricature. I wanted to ask what your feelings were on that. Are you happy with it? Caricatures are not, they're tough.
They're not portraits. They're tough. What? Are you insulting Charlie Hall's work?
I'm asking you. I'm keeping my opinion to myself. What did you think when you were presented with the caricature?
Yeah, they didn't have a bust of Al Ducharme to place in the Hall of Fame because the Hall of Fame is actually a wall inside of a comedy club, the Comedy Park. Now, there were 2 versions of it. There was the joke version first presented, obviously done by like a 9th grader, maybe 7th grader, and it was kind of funny.
Yeah, with Down syndrome.
Yes. And then that was the joke. People made fun of it. Some people were like, is that the real thing? And then, of course, the reveal of the real caricature, which is an exaggeration of the person being inducted. And I thought it was great. He encapsulated a lot of my act throughout the years. And there's a lot of little things that if you have to look closely to pick up on. And Charlie Hall is amazing. Yes. The lightsaber penis. Long, thin, and pink.
There you go. Hey, now. That's the title of my next special. Long, thin, and pink.
Ho, ho, ho. Little boy, what do you want for Christmas? How about girth?
But
I'll take what I can get.
It's funny.
So it was a splendid time. Sure.
Give us a little, feel. Give us a little taste of the night. And I heard through the grapevine, you met a Patreon member there who came to your show.
I did. Here's what happened after the show. After my performance, they did the induction, which was different from what they told me. They told me we were going to do the induction first, then do the show. Blah blah blah. But they
That
did
would be
it the
better,
opposite.
wouldn't it?
This worked out fine, but I was like,
okay.
It was in the 11th hour of changing it, and Joe Hebert, who created this whole Hall of Fame, Rhode Island Comedy Hall of Fame thing. He's a great guy, performer himself, comedian, guitarist. He goes, "Oh, we're doing it this way. Didn't I tell you?" No, you didn't, dude.
Nope. It's like a gig. It's like a gig, though. That's perfect. You know what I mean?
So
There's always changes and weird shit.
yeah,
so
I think he had told like
yeah.
7 people, except for the people that he should have told.
Involved. Yeah.
Yes, but that's cool. I was honored. You know, he's been. This is his 10th year. I'm the 10th person to be inducted. I was. It was nice. It was a really nice evening, and the crowd was great, and a lot of my friends from college, neighborhoods, high school, junior high were all there. It was pretty busy.
Could you
It was pretty busy
could you
on
remember
Saturday.
everybody? Because I know people do tend to change in some ways over the years.
They do,
Did
and
you
I
have any
and I did
problems?
say I definitely recognize many of you. I can see your faces now. I had them turn the lights up a little bit. I said I definitely see people's eyes. I go, forgive me, I don't remember everybody's name, because you're going to remember. We're 35 plus years. It's a long time.
Speak for yourself.
And some of the people, of course, on Facebook, Instagram, we've stayed in touch. So I do recognize them. And the kids from my neighborhood, the Patron family, the Italian family that lived up the road from me, some of them were there, and that was nice to see them.
Yeah.
It was a great evening overall, and super honored to be on that wall. You need me on that wall. You want me on that wall. You damn right I called the code red. Of course, I did that on stage during my acceptance speech, and it was fun. Everybody was drunk or buzzed or in recovery.
Absolutely. Well, everybody in the country's fucking high right now. Everybody's eating gummies and vaping. I feel like everybody's stoned. Everywhere you go now, everybody's fucking high. So that doesn't hurt our audiences. That's fine with me.
No, it does well for our audience.
And tell us about the Patreon member you
Yes,
got to
I'm
meet.
sorry. Don Dolan, who's one of our early Patreon supporters, was at the show, and he came up to me after the show. Here's the deal. There's a martini bar attached. You have to exit the club to go to the martini bar. So instead of making
like
an
a martini
announcement
bar.
saying, "Hey everybody, we're going to clean up the room. Thank you for coming down. Please spread the word. Head out to the martini bar. We have great mixologists out there. Make a nice martini as a nightcap." They just cranked the music up. And all these people were coming up to me saying, "Hi, remember me? It's Diane." And I can't hear what they're saying. Don Dolan comes up to me and goes, "Hey, Al, it's..." I couldn't understand what he was saying. And I'm trying to make the connection. I'm like, is he high school? Is he college? I couldn't get it. And then towards the end, I'm like, oh, Don Dolan. And then I went online after the show and thanked him profusely for coming by and all that. But it was nice to see him. Thank you, Don. It was good.
Yeah, very cool. Don's a good man. I knew Don back in the day when we were young fellas running around Massapequa, drinking beer, listening to the Doors and the Beatles. And I was a Beatle guy. He was a Doors guy, Stones guy, really, but also Doors. So we had all that music shit involved.
Sure.
And, a lot of beer and good times. But yeah, what's good about our Patreon our membership is not like some of these guys. You know, they have 100,000 patrons. That's bullshit. We have a nice collection. We know them all personally.
Yes.
That's what makes our Patreon really one of the outstanding ones.
Yeah, and also, who else was there? Allison Donnelly was there. Who else was there? There was a few others. It was nice. Thank you, Patreon members who came to the show to support in person. That was nice.
Oh,
and a lot of people in my hometown of Cranston moved away. They moved out of Cranston
When they heard you were going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. This is
While
bullshit.
we still can.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it would be not because you wouldn't bomb anyway, but it would be weird if you go up and have like one of those mediocre sets. Now let's put him in the Hall of Fame. It's like, really? I think that wasn't very good.
The audiences were great both
I'm
nights. Sure. Friday wasn't nearly as busy as Saturday night, but it was one of those audiences that gave a lot more.
Ooh.
And they were great. But Saturday night was just like, slow down, folks. Pace yourself.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah, it really
In
is.
your head, you're like, I'm not that funny. Like, this is crazy. But
But
enjoy it.
They were giving it up. I was very relaxed on stage. I was telling stories about growing up. I was interweaving between my act. I said, "You're going to get the best of," crack, 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 you know. And then I had some requests for bits that I hadn't done
Oh, that's
in
fun.
10 years, 12, 15 years. I was like, oh
Yeah.
boy. So I'm like, all right, let me get it. I'll give you the abbreviated version. I don't remember all the nuances. And then
Yeah.
just because I attempted to do it, and they were like very responsive to it. So that was
Did
cool.
you bring out a big bag of flour and throw it all over your face?
No, but I
That'd be
talked
fun.
about doing that. And some of the people remembered it. You know,
That's
when
funny.
I did my Scarface bit, I would wear I bought a suit from, I think it was Donnelly's. Remember? It was like before the warehouse, Men's Warehouse. Wasn't it Donnelly's suits? They had like the cheapest
I don't
rack,
remember that.
and then the
Yeah,
banker's
maybe.
rack. Yeah, I went there and bought like a $49 suit, which
Yeah,
back
baby.
then was some serious coin, but it was for my
Well,
comedy
hey, then
act.
gas was 60 cents and a suit was
Yeah.
49. I mean, those were all the ratio of things. Sure.
But I bought it with my
Yeah, no.
comedy money because I started making money on the weekends, like
Funny money.
50 bucks for the weekend. So one
Yeah.
weekend paid for my suit, and no
It's
tax.
funny when you start in comedy how that early money, like now we make okay money and we're doing okay. It doesn't feel like it though to me. Like I don't see it. I don't fucking feel it. But in the old days when you got 50 bucks in cash, that weekend, I always felt like I have money this weekend. I'm working and I'm getting paid. It just felt completely different than now where it's, it just happens and we work and we get money in the bank. And I don't feel that excitement.
It's all
anymore,
wired.
Yeah.
I
But
don't.
when you get cash in hand after a gig, that's still the best.
That's a rarity when that happens, and when it does happen,
Sure.
by law,
that's
you're
great.
supposed to report it to the IRS so that you can pay your income taxes on.
What?
Which I do
What?
because I'm super honest about those things.
What?
Arugula,
Mary?
and Mary.
IRS.
But
Sorry.
back in the day, like that $50
Hey.
weekend when I was in college, I wasn't making enough money to report income because
Right.
you had to make a certain amount back then, whatever it was. If you made more than $6,000 or $7,000,
Right.
you had to file an income tax form. But I was just making a few grand, So
Sure.
and most of it was cash from the comedy gigs, and
Yeah. I got out of the Navy and I had an apartment in Norfolk, Virginia. I think it was $300 a month. And I had a car that was paid off and I had a phone bill of nothing, the wall phone for
yep.
$8. And I would do comedy each weekend for $1.50. So I was making $600 a month. I never felt richer. For God's sake. I felt like that was the best time of my life.
Same here. I made much less. I had a lot less, but I was richer in that regard because everything was bonus.
Yeah.
Now it's not. Now a majority of what I make is not bonus. It's the opposite.
Right. And I feel like I lived because you're young too. I mean, but I was like drinking for free at the clubs,
Yep.
eating for free at the clubs, wearing a T-shirt from the club. I mean, I was really.
We had clothing. It was given to us.
Yeah.
I remember, like, what was it? Not Reebok. What was the other one that was coming up there? There was another one, shoe company that was coming up. Anyways, we did a college, and they gave us free shoes, 2 pair.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I don't know. Always felt like I have money in my pocket. I'm always working, doing shit's fun. And it's not fun now, but it becomes, a job. It becomes a career or whatever, and it's different. But speaking of that, I came to this ship. I'm on the Oasis, like we said, the original. And I take the Uber from the hotel on Friday. You fly into Bayonne. No, Newark. Stay at a hotel in Newark. I get in the car, and we're driving, and we're about a mile from the ship. The Uber driver can see the ship now. It's the Oasis. It's huge. And there's a little bit of traffic, and she goes, "What's going on here?" I go, "I'm in the back." She hasn't said a word the whole time, 20 minutes. So, but then I go, what do you mean? What's going on? I go, a cruise. And she goes, a cruise here in New Jersey?
You punched in cruise ship terminal, by the way.
Cape Liberty Cruise Port. Yes. The word cruise.
Where
So
was
I
she?
go,
Yeah.
I don't know. She's from, I don't know.
Tom's River.
She goes, I have no idea this was here. She goes, I've never. I go. She goes, that's the cruise ship. I go, that's because it looks like a fucking building. I mean, it doesn't look like a ship. And she goes, that's the ship. I go, that's the ship. And she goes, oh my god, I didn't know this was it. I'm like, I was wondering, where did you think you were taking? Where did you think this drive was going to end up?
Bayonne Cruise Ship Terminal.
Yeah. Terminal A.
That's hysterical. That is hysterical.
Yeah. There was no clue in there, and but at that point, when I got on Friday, I was convinced I was going to win the Mega Millions. So I was ready to get off the ship.
You play that shit?
The same day.
It's like
it was
one
a billion,
one 300 million chance of winning.
$1.2 billion.
Yeah, but isn't it like 1 in 300 million chance of winning?
Yes.
All right, I played 20.
Yeah, have
$20.
to.
I did.
I like the people go, yeah, but then they kill you in Texas.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, after taxes,
yeah,
and
true.
Unless you take it all one lump sum, you're not getting the 1.2 million. You're only getting like 400 or 500 million, and then they tax you on top of that. You're lucky if you clear 250 million.
So really, I'm not even gonna fucking.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking bother.
Nah, can't even
Screw
bother.
that.
Fuck
Screw
that.
that. I'm gonna buy some cigarettes.
Yeah, 250 million gonna change my life? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Shit.
I want it all.
Huh? I want it all. Where are you, by the way? You've been home now. Are you heading back out? Oh, the ship's calling. Where's Alfred?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Alaska finally.
For a fucking month. Oh,
yes,
Alaska.
I have. I'm going to Alaska finally. I normally would do the Alaska from May through September, and now they're flying all the East Coast people out to Alaska, and they're flying all the West Coast people back east. But I finally snagged one after bitching and moaning to our agent.
Good. You know what I say about Alaska?
Overrated.
That's right. I do.
Where eagles are as common as city pigeons in New York City.
Oh God! What was that joke with the guy? Remember that? I wish I could remember each part of it. But anyway, you'll know the joke. Maybe you could help me out here. The joke where the guy gets arrested. He's hunting and he kills an endangered bird, and he goes in front of the judge, and the judge goes, what do you say about yourself here? And he goes, well, I'm going to throw myself on the mercy of the court. He goes, I'm not even a hunter. I'm just starting. I saw something that looked in the sky like a big bird. I shot it. Then I get told it's endangered. I'm arrested, and I'm very embarrassed, and I'm terribly sorry, and I'd love to pay any fines, but it'll never happen again. It was a horrible accident. And the judge goes, all right, well, I can understand that, and we'll let you off with a fine here, and just between you and I'd love to know what you did with it. And the guy goes, well, we ate it because I thought that's what hunters do. You eat what you kill. And then I find out, of course, it's endangered and there's all this. And the judge goes, okay, well, here's another question before you get out of here. How'd it taste? And the guy's like, I'd say it was a little bit between a bald eagle and a spotted owl. Yeah.
I love that joke. I heard that was a pretty good
Mm.
version of it too. I was like, I thought you were going to ask for help, but
I couldn't, in my head, I couldn't think of the bird he shot or what
Right.
it was, you know what I mean? So I was kind of going, it was endangered, but you should have the name of that bird too.
You did it well. You played it.
Thank you.
I like your judge. Your judge, I believe it was a separate person from the hunter guy. It was some method acting there. Definitely Strasbourg, Uda Hagen going on there.
Yeah. Tom Hagen. I think that was Tom Hagen from The Godfather.
Yes.
Not Uma. Yeah, I don't know. I heard Hagen. I thought Hagen. Fuck me. Hey,
Tom Hagen was played by Robert Duvall, who played the lawyer, who was supposed to be keeping the family
Consigliere.
out of trouble.
Yeah. You've had your drink. Now tell me why my wife is upstairs crying.
So, anyways, on a sad
speaking
note,
of acting, sir. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No,
we'll come back to the. Yeah,
let's go back to sad note. Let's keep our audience here on the old TDCP. How we looking, Vegas Dicks? What are we looking at? We're talking about this coming week, a release on the Patreon page. If you're not on Patreon, join us. Join us.
On a sad note.
That was the setup.
Now, I was going to talk about another Hall of Famer, Bill Russell, famous Boston Celtics basketball player, died at age 88. 11-time championship winner, went to the championship 13 times.
Never be repeated.
Nope. And considered to be the greatest, this is pre-Michael Jordan era, the greatest basketball player of all time. And the reason why the Celtics lost one of those games was because he was injured and had to go to the hospital. And they lost the next two games by like 2 or 3 points. That's how valuable he was. Long life.
No, he champion. It's like if you look up champion in the dictionary, or if there was a dictionary, or we'll Google it, you get Bill Russell. And the problem is anyone under 40 or 50 doesn't know, because everything's judged on today. If you watch a sports show, they're going to go, who are the best 5 NBA players?
Yeah, it's
going
to
to
be
Michael, LeBron,
Durant.
Kobe.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, they played basketball in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s.
He won his
these
first
guys are
championship
forgotten.
in like 56.
And he's
about
going
that.
against Wilt Chamberlain.
Yep.
I mean, he's going against those kind of guys. Had he played today, he'd do 100 a night and he'd be worth $1 billion. I mean, it's ridiculous. And yet, supposed basketball fans, don't even know who he is, which is pathetic. But I like how you diverted from the talking dicks in Vegas.
Smoke screen.
I mean, 2 dicks. You got right out of there. You
I sure
gave
did.
us Bill Russell kicked instead.
Speaking of kicking,
Yeah, the episode's gonna be so horrible. I'd rather talk about Bill Russell's death.
I get nauseous when I'm editing, but also I had some disruptions at home. We had a leak in the kitchen, and now it's turning into replacing the faucets, replacing the wall, replacing the cabinet, and then I'm like, well, since we're doing all that, we got to replace the floor because I've been wanting a new floor. So there's a lot of things going on. There's men in and out, and then to top it off, this morning before our walk, my wife and I like to take a walk in the morning, if not a hike.
Separate directions.
Yes, that's how this marriage is lasting so
Right.
long. We go our separate ways, but we
There you go.
cohabitate.
You're like swingers. You go off on your own thing, then you come back and
right
have
back.
a little dinner. Yeah,
I go,
that's
hi,
all right.
how you doing? How you doing, Fred? Good, Larry.
Yeah, whatever works.
Shake hands, high five before bed. I had made this homemade breakfast turnover thing, and I said I'll eat this when I get back because we wanted to get up before it got too hot. And I put my napkin over it, and I come back and I'm like, "Where's my breakfast treat turnover?" And she's like, "Oh, I threw it out."
Why?
Grounds for divorce, right?
Well, or
She goes,
murder.
"Oh, you put your napkin over it. I thought you were done with it." I'm like, "I said to you, I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to eat it when I get back."
She didn't listen.
She walks in the door, grabs it, throws it out, like as I'm reaching for it practically. She's like, whew. So what's going on? Is she trying to tell me something? Is she trying to get
Well,
rid
she's
of
not
me?
listening. Not listening. Because the napkin over the turnover thing, that does kind of signal I'm done.
Wait.
I mean, I throw a napkin on.
It,
shit.
wa-
But
it
she
wasn't.
didn't hear you
It
say
wasn't
anything.
crumpled. It wasn't crumpled. It was just laid flat to protect it. And I said,
Yeah.
I'm going to finish this when I get back, which is code for don't throw my fucking breakfast out, bitch.
Yeah, there was something like this on a previous pod. I forget now with you and Bernie, and it was a very similar dynamic here. You said something, and she did something, and you came on and going, "What the fuck is this?"
Well,
Remember that one?
we're not listening to one another because I do it to her too. We do the old, we'll say something to one another and we'll go, yeah, but we have no idea what they just said. We're just putting it, go away. I put a
Right.
cap on this. There's no reason for any more dialogue. Just leave me alone.
Right. Yeah.
And
Why are you still home? Don't you travel for
No,
work?
we're
Get
very
outta
much in love, and I'm half joking here, but it is funny how the dynamic of the husband and wife
You're half
gets to that
joking
point.
about
Now
being very
you're
much in
you're
love?
in a relatively new relationship, so you're not there. You're not there. You guys are
No.
totally, you're
It's a beautiful thing.
what is it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Attentive to one another. You're like hanging on to every word. Hi,
That's
honey.
right.
Hi, baby.
That's right.
Yeah, me
That's
and my
right.
wife's like, get away from me. You're hot.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That sounds awful. Sign me up. That sounds good.
Why are you touching me? I'm
Ah,
making jokes.
yeah. Well, that was her. We know that. That's her saying that.
Well, I do impressions of her to her, and I make her that I do that. I do one of these voices. She goes, "Why are you making me sound like a Popeye longshoreman?"
Yeah. Wonder why you're not getting laid, Al. That's such a compliment. You know? God. Hey,
I'm listening.
special day here. Oh, by the way, so are we gonna let's just yes or no? Will we see Vegas Dicks in the coming week on the Patreon?
I would like to think so, and it really depends on
Okay.
today's Sunday. So as soon as this is over, I'll,
Sunday,
I'll I'll get
Sunday.
this ready for processing, and then in between the
Process.
processing, I'll be editing for the rest of the afternoon until the evening, and then we have to head out to Lowe's and Home Depot to pick out tiles and stuff.
Boy, that sounds exciting. That sounds like quite a that's like old school. And
But I will dedicate
yes.
the days of the next 3 days to all the editing. I will send you a close to finished sample in
Groovy.
72 in 72. I don't know what the number is after that. 86 hours. What I'll do
96.
is I'll 96. I'll send you and Bernadette a link. You guys give me notes, and then I look at your notes and my own feeling about it, and then I make a decision.
Gotcha. Understood.
But right now, some of it is really good, and some of it is like, I can't believe it's out of focus when we got the best take because blind people were running shit.
Well, we'll do what we can do. I'm sure it'll in the end it'll work. We'll put it on the Patreon. So join patreon.com/the2dicks. That's the name of the web series. Give us a join there. You can see videos of every podcast, other videos, and of course, the Two Dicks, Vegas Dicks, when that comes out, whenever that is. And you can ask questions on any of the social media. And look what time we get. That's right. That's right. On the Instagram, we got two of them from the Instagram Two Dicks thing. Oh, by the way, I'm also me and Two Dicks, Talking Dicks, whatever, Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast are on TikTok now. We're on
Wow.
TikTok. Yes.
Thanks to our new technical engineer.
No,
No?
I did it all myself.
Wow.
I've done it all myself so far. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that an agreement? You're not going to give her credit?
No, I would give her credit, but she hasn't done anything yet. She just suggested we get on it, which I did, and then now I'm back and forth a little today with her with some stuff. So we may have her cutting it up and posting it and shit. But as of now,
Did I give you what you
waiting.
wanted?
Hey now, baby, you goddamn right you did. That's what I needed.
Well, thanks for leaving the Ben Franklin on the dresser. I appreciate it.
That's yours, honey. I get the fuck out of here. I want to try to grab a nap.
See that? See that, Kelly? It's not just conversation.
Hey. Yeah, the other day she was like, "Oh, thanks for telling Al I said that."
We need notes from
Yes,
insiders.
Exactly. We like when the Peanut Gallery gets together and tells us things. So yeah, if you want to ask a question and we'll answer it, we answer any question on the podcast. Just hit us up, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, I don't know, whatever else you got, and we'll answer it. And here's our first question, Alfred. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is from Lord Moschetto. Lord Moschetto. He writes, "Do you believe aliens from outer space are living on Earth as we speak?"
I married one.
Hey, good night, everybody.
Next question. I'm so happy she doesn't listen to this.
Of course, of course. Well, I would say if you because we perform nightly and I see the audience and yes, and after that, those images from that new telescope. I mean, if you think we're the only thing alive in anywhere, I mean, you're fucking out of your mind. Of course, there's things, and they probably are here walking around, and they're amongst us.
So is it like
yes,
Men?
I
Is it
believe.
like Men in Black, or are they beings that assume the human form?
Yeah, I don't.
Is it
I
like
haven't
body
really thought about it.
snatchers?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's some-
Snatch.
Okay.
That's just an old word. You don't
I
hear
know,
it.
it's a
Nobody
movie.
says snatch. Yeah, but nobody says that. Remember, when we were young men. That's what that
My
was
father
called.
would use that. That's
Snatch.
all those old words that I know. I picked up from my father. You know.
Wow, my father never said snatch. I would have had a stroke had he said. What the fuck?
My dad would do a little
Dad.
shock humor.
Yeah.
He'd say that you're a man now, you understand these things. I used to date this belly dancer. She was a nice snatch.
Whoa, you're like that? I'm 9.
Wait, did she have a nice snatch, or she was a nice snatch? I mean, you scored.
I don't know the fucking real word.
Or
I
did
don't know
you
how
score?
it works.
I don't know. Yeah,
Oh, that's funny.
she had a nice
That's like-
snatch.
That's like Carlin had that old joke where he goes, "You know what? You grew up like you get older, and then your father." Because he goes from this story to that, then he goes, and eventually he throws the word "fuck" into a story, and you realize you're growing up.
You're growing up. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah. That belly dancer, she was quite a snatch. Yeah, I don't think Al Senior knew the term. You know what I mean? I don't think you can be a snatch. You can
I
have a
think he
nice
said
snatch and be a
I
snitch.
think it was nice snatch.
Oh, a nice snatch.
He
I
snitched.
wonder why that word went
He
away.
snitched on her and said that she had a nice snatch.
I wonder why that word went away.
I say we bring it back.
I do too. God damn, it's a nice word. It's funny. It's cool sounding, and it needs to come back. So we're the ones to do it. Pick up our new merch. We have Snatch T-shirts, mugs, and coasters available on the Patreon.
The
Join,
two-dick
$5 a month.
snatch.
Yeah, my sister said enough with the constant Patreon push. I go, really? we have to. That's how we got to get people to fucking join it.
Are we supposed to do it once per episode or volume?
I don't think there are any rules. You know what I mean?
I could see these things being annoying to people who listen to every episode. But if you're just popping in once in a while,
right? Yeah, I listen to podcasts. Believe me, we're nothing. I mean, these people just hit you over the head constantly with merch and joining Patreon. It's nonstop, so I don't feel like we do it much at all.
Well, I think I should. I may have to pay a visit to Linda and rough her up.
Yeah, please do. You know what I mean? It wouldn't. We're going to go see her. Actually, we're going to be up in Maryland. Kelly and I are going to drive. How about that? Drive.
How many
to
hours?
Maryland. I don't know, 800 or something. I think.
Are you overnighting somewhere, or are you going to split the driving?
Split the driving. We're going to try to get it. We're going to leave at like 5 a.m. Going to try to get up there. It's about 14 hours. But we're bringing the dog so we can meet Linda's service dog. And she got a beautiful service dog now. And
I saw him online. What's his name?
Yeah, beautiful. PJ.
Teddy
PJ.
will meet PJ.
Yes. They're going to meet up. And, but so, yeah, I mean, I'm like, what the fuck? We're driving 14 hours, man. But we're going to try to get up there that night. And that's the plan.
That's rough.
That is rough. Yeah.
I say you break it up. You do an 8-10 hour drive, overnight somewhere.
Yeah.
Get a little action.
Little action. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, we'll have the dog and he'll be there. It's weird. You know what I mean? He's a puppy. He's young to see that kind of.
Teddy doesn't shed. Do you have to pay
activity.
the pet fee?
There is no pet fee. We got actually, I have a hotel on the way. Not on the way there. To going there, we're staying at a hotel near my sister, and pet friendly, so no fee.
Yeah, but you're staying at a hotel near your sister. I'm talking about overnighting somewhere. That's a 14-hour
we're
drive, dude.
I know, but we need to get there, so we're gonna drive straight through, get there early Friday morning.
That's a mistake.
And on the way. Well, on the way back,
Your
we're gonna get a hotel.
relationship is in jeopardy.
Implode.
You're gonna give the dog up for adoption. It's just not good.
This
Break
is
it
quite
up.
a disaster.
Plus
Jesus.
tolls.
Oh, I didn't think about tolls. Con. Hey, you didn't answer, by the way. Do you believe aliens are living on Earth as we speak?
I'd like to believe. I'd
Would
like to
you
believe
believe,
the whole
Do
UFO
you
thing
believe?
that has been proven by the American government and the world experts. First of all, unidentified flying object. That's what it means. You could have
Right.
a plane, you could have a weather balloon, you could have a
Could be anything.
laser.
Laser.
$1 trillion. I'd like to believe it.
You'd like to believe it.
Yes.
Do you believe it is the question, though, from Lord Moschetto.
I'd like to say that it's been proven we have aliens
This guy
amongst
likes
us.
to do a
I'd be
lot
like,
of shit. Just fucking
you know
answer
what?
the question.
Yeah,
I'd like to do this. Do you believe him or not?
This is the diplomatic centrist in me coming out. That's why. I want to believe. Why
All
not?
right. So
Why
do you
not?
believe?
Well,
What's the
again,
question?
there's always that threat of, are they living underground and they're going to emerge? Have they been underground since the pyramids and they come up?
Like
Or is
cicadas.
Or are they all lawyers?
Folks. All right. So we're not going to get a solid answer from
No,
Alfred on that.
sorry.
Lord Moschetto, he would like to believe is what you're getting at.
What's your
Alfred.
answer? What's your answer?
I said yes. I believe it. I believe they're here. I think they're part of the fabric, and they write back
Ecosystem?
and info to their dear leader, and maybe they're behind a lot of weird shit or some good shit. I don't know, but I think they're here. I do,
They could be good.
Could be helping us with when new things arrive, and we go, oh, how'd that fucking happen?
Is Elon Musk an alien?
I don't know, but I saw that picture of him on a boat. That dude needs a fucking suntan. Have you seen that thing? He's the whitest man in the world, literally, on a yacht.
Except for his face and his arms. He's got the farmer's
Good
tan.
God.
Yeah, he that just shows you that he's always on the move,
Working.
indoors,
Always working.
working.
Yeah, true.
And eating.
Yeah,
he's not
in the
burning
bad shape.
calories.
He's on the
His intake of 3,500 calories a day. He's only burning 2,000.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. We have another question here. Instagram again. Too tall, 85. So I'm guessing he was born in 1985, he or she, when they put that. That's my guess.
Mm-hmm.
You guys drink a lot of coffee. What's your favorite?
Homemade coffee or purchasing coffee?
Alfred,
I can answer both.
he didn't specify. I'd like to believe that the coffee I drink is.
We experiment. We see something on sale, we grab it.
Hey, now.
But the usual is Folgers Gourmet. That's mine, go-to, and I like half and half and one sugar. That's it. If I go out, I can do Pete's, Dunkin' Donuts, of course. I'm going to Dunkin'. You want something?
Mm-hmm.
Starbucks. There's a place called Blue Bottle, which is, she likes it. So I go and it makes her happy. She gets, can I get the
Good.
Can I get oat milk?
Yeah, make her happy, Val. Did it kill you?
Can
Will
I
it kill you?
get a Gibraltar? Can I get a tall Gibraltar?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Why can't she?
She can
Let her
whatever
happy.
she wants.
Let her be happy. You know what I mean?
Don't worry, be happy.
Wouldn't kill you. Wouldn't kill you. Get a Gibraltar. Make her happy. Know what I'm saying? Get a fucking Gibraltar. Whatever
But
you want.
I do not drink a lot of coffee. I do 1.5 to 2 cups in the morning,
Homo.
and rarely do I have any coffee during the rest of the day, and hardly ever after 3 p.m. because I'll be up to 4 a.m.
What about your husband? Does he enjoy a cup of Joe in the afternoon or not? What the fuck, dude?
He likes
Come on.
to teabag my coffee.
I like that guy. I always did.
That guy's got some balls, I'll tell you right now.
Oh, I'll tell you right now.
This is what Kelly
So,
wants. Dirty
yeah. So
humor.
you exactly. It was funnier when you guys were 30. No, she never said that. What is the first coffee you mentioned? Folgers? Is that
Folgers
not the old,
Gourmet. There's Folgers.
not
No,
the old crystals and that
no. This is
garbage
percolated.
waking up
No,
Folgers
not
in
the
your cup.
instant
Ugh.
grossness. This is more expensive. We get the 24.2 ounce for if it goes on sale under $10. I grab a few of them, but I just bought one for $10 and change. But I've seen it for 15. But if you're going to spend 15 for 24 ounces, why not get some real gourmet shit?
Go. Well, I like the Kona, which I never get.
Oh,
I never
yeah.
have, but
Yeah.
that shit. And I made the fatal error when I was in Vegas. They had Kona, in the stores on the strip, and I bought a bag, good sized bag for our buddy Jim Sansom, who he and his wife Kim hooked us. They really helped us out. They watched our dog. They watched Teddy that week, as you remember, and so I bought him a bag of that. And then I got home and I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't buy myself a bag of Kona.
You're an idiot.
I gave him the bag. I'm an idiot. Come on. That's the best shit. I think it's the best.
Here's another tip I wanted to share with you.
Please.
I occasionally do these Hawaiian cruises. And when I do that, there's a bunch of shops.
I've never done one.
There's a bunch of shops. They all sell Kona.
Oh,
and it's a tourist trap and it's expensive. If you walk 2 or 3 blocks to the grocery store, it's like 40% less,
right?
At least 30% less, and you buy it at the grocery store.
Buying coffee in a gift shop in Hawaii, I could imagine. Yeah, it's like buying anything in a hotel gift shop. It's ridiculous.
As soon as you walk through, they go, drop your pants, bend over.
Hey now, ooh, where is that? Where does that happen? I'd like to know.
It's called In and Out.
Hey now, I love Kona. I don't get it enough. I love Dunkin'. I don't care what people say. I love it. It's fucking good. And the cappuccino, I know it's a little machine-y thing, but delish. $3. You can't beat that. Love a cappuccino. Depends where, but Starbucks, not the biggest fan of. I felt like their cup is this much espresso, and then it's just fucking foam. It's kind of weak. I don't like the Pete's that you mentioned. Not a fan.
Coffee Bean is the other one, right? Coffee Bean?
Coffee Bean is one, yeah, at the airports. Illy at the airports, the Cuban coffee.
Do you like that?
I do. I do like that, yeah.
It's Cuban? I thought it was Italian.
No, Cubano.
Cubano?
Mm-hmm. Al Ducharme's calling me. Hold on.
That's weird.
Well, that's weird.
I just got a message. Why am I calling you?
My phone just said Al Ducharme. I'm like, I thought I was chatting with him. Now it's ringing. I don't know if you can hear it.
Let me see something. Did I butt
Good
dial you?
God, Magnum. Good. I don't know.
I have my phone here. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
This is interesting enough. Pam Schiff, who wrote an article interview about me in the Hall of Fame induction. I don't know her name. That's her married name. She said,
Pam is?
I know you. We met. I'm like, I'm going through my Rolodex. I'm like, did we grow up together? Did we go to school?
Explain what a Rolodex is to our listeners who are under 50.
A place where you kept telephone numbers and addresses, physical card, index card kind of thing on your desk. I'm like, oh, what? She goes, you performed at my bachelorette party in 1987 or 88.
Oh, yes. Pam.
Oh, yes.
That was a highlight of the career.
I'm like, oh, my God. I said, I did so many of those things in the beginning of my career. I performed anywhere, And I go, It must have been awful. She goes, actually, no, you were very funny. I'm like, oh. So she's a freelance journalist for papers in Rhode Island. Hi, Pam.
Wow.
Shout out to Pam.
Remember in Step Brothers, they were going for the interview, and the woman's name was Pam.
Yes.
They kept calling her Pan, and she's like, "It's Pam." I'm like, Pan.
That's what I just said. I just said Pan a few
Hilarious.
minutes ago.
It's hilarious.
That's a
Pan?
funny movie, dude.
Oh God, I just crack up every time she's like, because she's literally like, "Well, who has a problem?" It's 3 letters. She's like, what? "It's Pam, Pam, Pan." Oh, come on, funny.
So funny. All right. What else we got going on?
Those are the questions. Those are the questions. I think we answered them. We like coffee, and I believe aliens are here. And Alfred won't really go out on a limb, but he'd like to believe it. And if you want to ask us a question, please do. Send it in. We'll answer it. We'll give you a shout out on the next Talking Dicks comedy podcast. Look for us on TikTok. And also, I'm on TikTok. I don't believe Grandpa Ducharme's on TikTok yet. But we'll get him there. We'll get you. We'll get you up there. All right, Grandpa. You look like my mother's grandfather. When I was like 8 years old, he was like 100, and he'd be in a wooden wheelchair, one of those old wooden wheelchairs, wrapped in blankets.
And then it got termites, and it fell apart, and he had to crawl for the rest of his life.
And it would be Christmas. And they would go, and I'm like the baby. I'm the only one who's a baby at that. I don't think my sister was. I mean, she might have been like in the crib. But
is Linda? Like, you're talking about your sister Linda?
Yeah, she's 4 years younger than me.
Right, and is she a Patreon member?
Linda,
for just $5 a month, you become a Patreon
not.
member. You get exclusive videos.
She goes to Starbucks, and she told me she doesn't go every day, but I said she did. Whatever, people choose what they want to do with their money.
All right. So your grandfather, 100 years old.
Yeah. So it's Christmas. And then they go, because I'm the baby, and they go, and in New England, being the warm family everyone is. That's fair. That's fair. I give you that.
Sorry.
But the New Englanders, how warm they are. They called Grandpa Mr. Brown. His last name was Brown. They called him Mr. Brown. This is the real loving, comforting family of New England.
You had me at wooden wheelchair.
Yeah. And you're a kid.
We really is there more to the story? Is this part 5 of the story?
Well, no, I'm
holy shit!
Point. So
my God, there's
mother,
a point.
It's Christmas, and my mother goes, "Go kiss Mr. Brown." It's Christmas, so I had to walk down the hall, and that tongue is like that, like you're doing. Yes. He had his tongue out. He tongued me, and we made out for a while. It was pretty hot, actually. And then Mr. Brown was hard, and I cried, and then went to therapy a year later to discuss. You really want to be on Patreon right now, folks. I hope you are, but you missed it. All right. So that was that. So after that, Mr. Brown and I got.
Oh my God!
We lived together for 8 years. It was pretty nice. He's a hell of a guy.
Hell of a guy.
Good luck in prison.
Don't forget to review us and rate us. It really helps.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history.
I'm losing my mind.
Patreon.com/The2Dicks, which is named after our web series. This is the Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
What?
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
I told him they were a couple of dicks.
Fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
All right.
Okay, show.
All right. Subscribe. Mary.
Go to patreon.com/the2dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.